Hey everyone, and welcome back to another special theme video. I know most of you will agree that immersion plays a big part in any game. And it's even better to see all sorts of immersive mods we can have in Skyrim. So, today, we have a bunch of immersive mods that you might be interested in. So be sure to watch till the end. Anyways, without wasting any more time, let's get right into the video. Now, the first few mods that I'll be sharing are mods that enhances the interactions you and the NPCs have with each other. Collision Dialogue Overhaul is a mod that adds 500 new voice lines whenever you accidentally or purposely bump into NPCs. These NPCs will now say mean things towards the player.
Watch it, you dumb piece of shit.
Take note that there are some mild NSFW or racist lines towards specific character races, but these lines are similar to what's already in-game. Anyways, here are a few examples.
Watch where you're going, Dunmer.
Bloody foreigners!
I really hope that bulge is just your water pouch.
The finest cuts.
Wait, what was that? You know what I mean. I'm going to
You want a night in the cells?
Overall, it makes sense that these NPCs would have such a reaction. I mean, imagine someone bumping you all of a sudden without even saying a word. Well, we won't say the exact things, but you get the point. Additionally, from the same mod author, Cheeky Kids is another mod that adds new dialogue lines, but this time for the children of Skyrim. These children will act more like rude children as they will run up to other NPCs and throw random insults at them. The unfortunate NPCs will have also their own response back to the children.
Okay, sorry.
Hey!
I can assure you it's all fresh. I hunt the game myself every day.
What are you looking at? I'm not afraid of you, no. Even if you are my elder.
You don't
Shut
prepare
up.
the meat with any of those strange elven spices, do you?
I've seen mud crabs that are smarter than you.
You little wretch.
Hey!
Huh?
Porker face.
You don't want to be bothering me.
Oh,
wine, the
I-
taste of
Okay, sorry.
I personally find it a lot more immersive as there are more things going on in the background, making the random encounters in these locations and NPCs have life. You know, I sometimes wish there's a way for me to buy these armors. And I think that's where our sponsor for today comes in. Benjamin, an app where you can earn cash by playing games or even watching ads. All you gotta do is search Benjamin on Play Store or the App Store and download the app. Once you've created an account, you can now explore over 1,000+ games and start earning. No coins, tokens, or points, you will get real cash directly deposited into your bank account. Of course, this will not make you quit your job, but if you love to play mobile games, I mean, why not play and earn some money, right? You'll probably also see some games that you already played or currently playing. Personally, I think that's a win-win. So, what are you waiting for? Click the link below and start earning a few more cash. Next mod, we have Scared of Shooting NPCs React to Aiming Bows. As the title of the mod states, when aiming your loaded bow to an NPC, they will now have appropriate reactions. I honestly just realized that it was indeed weird that these NPCs does not have any reaction when you aim your bow towards them. Personally, I think that without this mod, NPCs won't really mind you unless they get attacked or you talk to them. But with this mod, they will either complain,
Do that.
flee, report to the guards,
I cannot best you.
or even start attacking you, which I think should have been at the start. Overall, a great immersive addition.
Hey, watch it! Careful there. Be careful.
Before moving on to some immersive landscape enhancements, let's look into a few small immersive additions. Cooking in kettles on campfires. When exploring Skyrim, coming across a camp that has a campfire was missing one important aspect: the way these campers cook their meals. With this mod installed, there will now be various kettles and pan stands on top of the campfire, giving these campfires another purpose aside from giving warmth to the NPCs. These NPCs will now be able to cook their own meals, and so as you. I personally think it also gives you, the player, a purpose to visit these areas, especially if you use survival mods, as you can now cook meals before heading to your next adventure. Additionally, I would recommend real water in buckets and barrels and pots and pans. As the title states, these objects will now show actual water inside them that even reflects the scenery of the location. In vanilla Skyrim, these items were always empty, but it would only make sense if some of them were filled with water. Now, moving on to landscape enhancements, we first have Immersive Shortcuts, a mod that makes traveling by foot a lot easier by adding several new shortcuts around Skyrim's difficult terrain. From underground passageway to passing through a mountain, there will now be all sorts of immersive shortcuts in different regions. But it's not best to keep your guard down. Just because you are taking a shortcut does not mean there are no risks. You'll sometimes encounter bandits using the same route for whatever reason they bring. You'll even have the chance to get lost when using these routes, as most of them branches out to different tunnels, which is why be sure to read the signs carefully. There are some new points of interest as well, such as a new inn or an NPC just camping inside a tunnel. Overall, a great addition that lessened the travel time between regions on foot. Next up, we have Windhelm Entrance Defensive Towers, a mod that alters how Windhelm's entrance looks by adding 2 defensive towers. These towers honestly makes Windhelm look more fortified. However, these are purely for cosmetics only, meaning you are not able to enter the towers. But personally, I think it still adds a refreshing touch to Windhelm, as it would only make sense that Windhelm should be more fortified. Another landscape immersion mod I want to share is Subtleties of Skyrim. This mod adds an amazing immersive touch to the landscape's distant scenery. By adding new distant lods in the background, you are now able to see molten lava coming down the Red Mountain. This honestly makes it a lot more cinematic, especially when you finally visit Solstheim for the first time. The mod not only adds lava, but you'll also get to see giant mushrooms, which the island's known for having. Additionally, you will now also see animated distant ships sailing through the Sea of Ghosts. I personally think that this mod adds a nice immersive and cinematic touch when looking at the distance. Moving on, we have a bunch of immersive gameplay mods worth having. We have NPC Spell Variants Spell Variety AI. This mod basically makes NPCs utilize every spell that they currently know. The problem with vanilla Skyrim is that NPCs only spams one type of spell, and usually it's the highest damage spell the NPC knows. This honestly can get annoying, and to be fair, it would only make sense to use all the spells you know as a mage, such as healing, enhancing abilities, and so on. Luckily, with this mod, NPCs will now use every spells they know, and if ever you have a mod that adds new spells, they will now also be able to use it. Overall, this mod makes things a lot more interesting when fighting NPCs who uses spells as their primary weapon against you or others. Next, we have City Back Checks, another immersive mod that just makes sense. Don't you find it weird that people can freely enter a city hold without the guards doing basic inspection? Aside from a few stops from the vanilla game, such as
Halt! City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
and
Hold there. Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax.
you're basically free to enter any city. Now, with this mod, there will be a 10% chance of guards checking your belongings. Guards will now check if you have any narcotics. This includes moon sugar, skooma, sleeping tree sap, and a lot more. Well, there's technically a way to bypass this inspection, as the mod gives you the option to try and bypass bag inspection by persuasion, bribery, or even remind the guards that you are a Thane of the Hold. I find it fun and an immersive addition, especially if you pair this mod with J-Surpa's Kuma's mod. Overall, a small fun addition worth having.
Don't worry, this shouldn't take long. A god's damn skooma addict, huh? Should have guessed.
Moving on, we have Seeking Out Stuff, Immersive Add Item Menu quests. We know that some armor or weapon mods on Nexus doesn't really have a seamless integration into the world. This breaks immersion, because the only way we can obtain the items is to spawn it through the commands or add item menus. However, with this mod, we can now obtain these items in a more immersive way by doing certain quests. These quests are repeatable Radiant quests, so no matter how many items you want, you can get those immersively instead of just spawning them. All you gotta do is enter College of Windhelm and find Enthyr and speak to him that you are seeking for a specific item. After typing the item you want, you will then receive a note on where to find the item. And the only other thing that you need to do is visit the location and find the chest where the item is located in. Overall, I highly recommend you to get this mod, especially if you love adding armors and weapons. And those weapons and armors don't have a seamless integration into Skyrim. And lastly, we have Fire Ignites Arrows and Bolts. If you guys played Chivalry 2, this is similar to the archer mechanic where you can ignite your drawn bow just by pointing the arrowhead into a fire pit. This is honestly a cool immersive mod that I did not know I need. It adds a new gameplay element for those who loves to use their bow or even crossbow. And there you have it. If you guys love immersive mods, I recommend watching my previous immersive mods video, as this video is the part 5 of my immersive mod series. So yeah, if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Skyrim content. As always, thank you for watching this video and I wish you all safe and have fun modding Skyrim.